Well, hey everybody, it's Forever Retro 82. I apologize for the lighting of this camera. This camera is not all that great when it comes to this sort of thing. But, well, she's dead. Not my wife, she's still alive. The computer. Uh, I can briefly demonstrate of what happens. The fucker won't even turn on. And I've tried many power supplies. I mean, just for context, this right here is a 650 factual design, I want to say. A friend of mine gave me this to test. Yeah, forgive the fucking... My room's a fucking pit, and my thumb's annoying. Right. So, basically, I tried new power supplies. I tried pulling out RAM, leaving one stick in. I tried holding the button down for 30 seconds. Anyways, let me see if I can demonstrate what happens. So, I don't know if the camera's... Just listen and look. Look, listen! Okay, my thumb's on the power, so I just gotta aim down a little bit, and that's it. It just clicks, turns on for like a millisecond, and shuts off. Notice when I turn it on, or try to turn it on, nothing happens. The only way I can get that to happen again is to shut off the power supply, turn it back on, and then it works. Or it clicks again. It doesn't work at all completely. With this power supply, it has a new problem where the fans power up, but nothing appears on the screen at all. Not one fucking thing. Either A, 650 is too low to post, which means pre-operating, I don't know. System transfer or system something? I don't know. I'm not too much of a nerd. I try to be, but it's hard. It's a hard thing to be, especially in this day and age when there's so many terms out there I still haven't learned. So I tried everything. I even tried the power supply. I tried this power supply on another machine. Does the same thing. It fires up the fans, but then something weird happened with the power supply, the 650. The power supply fan will not spin. Period. I have an Athlon X2, Athlon 64X2 that I was just going to use for simple computing. But this power supply doesn't work, or something's wrong with that machine as well. Most of my machines are a single core processor. Not sufficient for streams, but they could possibly be sufficient for Let's Plays. But I try to do both on this channel. Now, I don't know when I'm going to get her fixed, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel. Or it's not the end. Or it's not at least a prolonged break until I can find a way to come up with the fucking money to get this shit fixed. Or whatever. I mean, like I said, first of all, I need to find out what is causing this to happen. It's either going to be the power supply, motherboard, or both. I hope the fuck that's all. But now here comes the part where things are looking up, at least. I won't know until I get there, right? Like I said, I don't like to give off too personal information about people that I'm associated with, other than a few that don't mind that. But this guy has never given me a proper okay to do this. He doesn't even know I'm making this video. So, but just to make a long story short, my wife has a childhood friend that is a nerd as well. We're all nerds. I mean, I'm a nerd, my wife's a nerd, his wife's a nerd, and he's a nerd. So we're all nerds, and I'm happy with that. I don't, when I was younger, I had a problem with being called one of those. I had a problem being called a nerd because, well, it's one of those wonderful labels that I mentioned, and you know how I feel about labels. I made a vlog on that on my old channel, or my vlogging channel that I once in a while do work on. God, this camera makes me look dark as shit. It's like I'm a mysterious. It's like I kind of wish I had, video editing skills on a phone and give myself like some burning red eyes, So if you watch this at night before you go to bed, you can get a little bit of nightmare fuel. Anyways, nah, I wouldn't want to do that to anybody. It's bad enough I gotta show my fat face on camera, right? But I do that anyways because people like to see my face, I guess. They like to see my expressions and whatever. Anywho, he has it's an Intel Core i5 machine with 16 gigs of RAM. That's just, it's in storage. He found it. Now, I was there a couple days ago to put the power supply in. Now, I'm at fault here. I mean, he blames himself, but he shouldn't because it's my fault. It's my machine. I wanted to see if the power worked, right? This is to make sure the power worked. And it did. And, well, we tried testing it and everything, but we didn't do every kind of test. We just did a couple base tests, stuff that we already knew from the top of our heads until I decided to do some research and try some more tests on my own. So we didn't do a full-fledged test at his home, but we worked on it for about, 2 to 4 hours just to see if we can get something to pop up on the screen. No, it didn't happen. So, I mean, like I said, I think it might be a mixture between the PSU and the motherboard. Now, I am going to test this power supply that's in this machine on the Athlon just to see if it does the same thing, if it shuts on and then off, because then we can rule out it's the power supply. As for everything else, I believe the motherboard is shot. And to tell you what happened, it's really stupid. I sat down, I just got done talking with a friend on Discord because we talk until I don't know, 2 or 3 in the morning because he's a night owl like me. And I was drinking and I was watching some YouTube videos and all of a sudden my PC just shuts off. No warning, no anything. I didn't smell any kind of burning because a lot of people usually you have a scent of burning before something like that happens. No, nothing at all. And, it shut off, so I was just like, well, maybe a breaker got tripped or something. But then I'm like, wait a minute, if that were the case, my lights would be off. So I'm like, something's not right here. So I tried my best. And I'm sorry if my voice sucks because I'm using a phone. This is my wife's old Samsung Galaxy On 5, I think it's called. Anyway, she gave it to me to use because she has this other phone, and this phone is when we were with Metro PCS. So, my tablet's charging, so I have to use something else to make this video. I'm sorry for moving around and everything. They need to make tripods for phones. I mean, they do. They have those sticks, but those are for those stupid vloggers that are like, "Hey guys!" Oh, I almost dropped it. "Hey guys, my name is Billy. How you doing today? Today we're gonna go look at the fucking stadium over there and see some cool heavy shit. Come along with me. It'll be great." No, fuck that. That's not the type of guy I am. I'm not an extrovert. I'm an introvert. I think everyone knows this by now. Some of you are probably introverts too. If you don't know what an introvert is, a person that pretty much keeps to himself and just likes people in very small doses. And I'm like that to an extent. I mean, sometimes if I'm having fun, then I like to hang out with my buddies for a few hours at a time, but I don't know. I prefer my own personal space and doing my own personal things. I mean, sure, I like to hang out with friends and, drink beer and play video games, but there's not many friends I have around here that do that. The one friend I had, we moved away from, and then he moved away even further. And we don't talk right now because of personal matters I'm not going to mention. But anyways, I'm going way off topic here, aren't I? Well, I kind of just want to explain the situation as a whole. I try to do that because in doing so, you guys have a better understanding of what's going on. So anyways, he has a computer. It's, like I said, it's Core i5. It has 16 gigs of RAM. We're going to take my motherboard out and probably shove this 650 back in there if it's the power supply. Like I said, I got to test that on one more machine. But right now he's ill. So he says if he feels better tomorrow, he'll have us come by. If he can't, then when he gets better, he'll either shoot us a message or something, because he's like he said. I mean, he made a perfectly good sentence when it comes to situations like these. He's like, nerds don't deserve to be without their digital wives, computers, and everyone has a working computer but me. Yeah, I swear to God, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. But there is some good news for tomorrow, if that doesn't happen. I don't know how good it's going to be. It's probably going to be complete, utter dog shit because her machine is not that great. But she's willing to lend me her laptop to do a stream tomorrow. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to do Soul Blazer because my save is on this machine. But if I can if he's well enough for us to go over there and we can switch out components and all my hardware is working, like my hard drives and whatnot. That's another thing. When I got this thing fired up, the hard drive LED didn't even flicker. which makes me think maybe it's a hard drive issue. But then again, I tested the other ones and the same thing happened. Like I said, nothing popped up on screen. Nothing. Not even, you'd think, usually when there's a hard drive issue, if there's nothing else wrong with the machine or whatever, the BIOS pops up and will tell you no operation system found or something along the lines of that. So it's a kind of a clusterfuck. Like I said, I want to give it a diagnosis, but I think a prognosis would be more acceptable term for this. Or you know what? Hypothesis. There we go. That's perfect. As it says, this isn't scientist. God damn, I'm sorry about shaking the camera. I'm holding this with literally 3 fingers while I talk to y'all. And I hope the volume comes out all right. Like I said, tech. Right now, I'm so pissed at tech. I just want to smash it all with a goddamn sledgehammer. I am so pissed off. You have no idea. Because I just recently got this power supply fixed. Now you may be thinking it should still be under warranty. I wish it was. There's a 30-day warranty. Once that expires, you're fucked. I already looked into it. I am so pissed off. So, given everything tomorrow, either I'll have a system to use until I can finally, whatever the gods may bless me with the funds to fix my computer. I have to give it piece by piece. And hopefully when I'm over there, we can actually test my other components to make sure they're okay. Because luckily enough, that Core i5 is a DDR3. So I can check my memory sticks and make sure they haven't blown or anything. Like I said, I can't really test the CPU. The fan works, but that doesn't say much. And it's weird. This board does not have an LED. Most motherboards have an LED. My motherboard, I wrote it down. There could be an LED, but I never saw it. It's a Gigabyte GA7ALMT USB 3. It's a AMD socket AM3 Plus board. I prefer AMD. I've never had problems. This is probably the first problem I have with AMD, and it kind of sucks. But I still love the company, and I will always buy their products regardless of this problem I'm having right now. Like I said, there could be a short in the board that the circuit could have shot back into the power supply and shorted it out, or the board's just shorted out. Because the thing is the board has power. That's the weird thing about it. Like, I have a... hold on a second. Let me try something. I apologize for this crude video. It is not my style. Y'all know this. I try to make... Okay, so... Anyways, I'll try to show it best of my ability. Okay, right here where my finger is. Can we get... There he goes. Okay, you see that blinking? That is my Bluetooth adapter. Come on, get... Because this phone won't let you turn the camera on the fly like most good phones do. But you see that light that blinks like a Christmas light? Yeah, that's my Bluetooth adapter. Okay. Down here's my video card. That's a Radeon R9 390. And of course, you love you like the shield I made? It's made out of styrofoam. But it does the job. And I put tape on it to give it a nice shiny finish, and it protects it. But yeah, like I said, my PC's nothing special. It's a micro MTX, but man, oh man, does it ever do the job. I praise this machine a lot. I think I have on camera too, or I know I have to friends. I'm like, man, because this machine does everything almost that I need it to do, because I'm predominantly a retro gamer. I don't play games normally of new age, except if they're like indies and it's something I'll enjoy. Like, what's sad is my wife bought me a copy of Kill It With Fire. It's a game where you kill spiders. Now, she knows I don't kill spiders. I usually let them free. The only time I kill them is if they crawl on me or if they're a brown recluse, because one killed Panda, and I have a seething vendetta against brown recluse spiders. I shouldn't, but at the same time I do. Because Panda was my baby, and I miss him. Riley too, but I can't have vendettas towards metal, because I use metal every day. We all do. We all use metal utensils, metal whatever. But, I just hope, I know this is off topic, but I swear to fuck, if I could ever find out somebody that did that to Riley. I mean, Riley was overly curious, so he probably got into something himself. But if I ever find out someone was responsible for him, I'm going to hunt that motherfucker down. And I'm going to feed that cocksucker heavy metal and see how he or she digests that shit. I will still never get over Riley. I mean, I know I bawled like a baby on that one stream, and that's because he was my baby. I held him all the time. I'm so off topic. I didn't want to. I just wanted to, I haven't talked to you guys since last Friday, and I just kind of want to update you on what's going on. And why I couldn't do a Let's Play, because I was going to do a Let's Play on Wednesday. I was going to do Splatterhouse, in the name of Halloween. I'm not a fan of the holiday, but I know some of you out there are. Some of you probably love the shit out of it. There is one aspect I do like about it, though. Is a lot of women dress like whores, and that's nice to look at. Other than that, candy's nice, I guess, but I'm not a big candy. I don't like sweets all that much. I mean, the only thing I'll have that's sweet once in a while is maybe a soda. And then, of course, my birthday, I like to have German chocolate cake and Superman ice cream. But there's no Superman ice cream in Oklahoma, at least not of my knowledge. You know of it, let me know. Because I don't even know if any Oklahoma viewers watch me on this channel. So I usually settle for Moose Tracks or something else that I'm able to obtain. But usually my wife eats the whole fucking cake. I have like maybe 1 or 2 pieces at most, and then maybe a bowl of ice cream, and that's it. I don't like sweets. They make me feel icky, like tired, and ugh. I don't like the way that makes me feel. I mean, that's why, other than beer, I like to drink water. Water's good. I drink like 80 of these a day now. And that pisses my wife off because she's like, hey, can I have some water? And I'm just like, we're out of water. She's like, you drank them all again? Yeah. Fuck you. Oh, the fun times. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow there'll be a stream. I'm going to get me some beer, of course. Can't have a stream without beer, at least in my opinion. I don't know what we're going to do in terms of a game. I'll have to download RetroArch on her machine. I'll test it. It all depends. If we're not going to her friend's house, then I am going to have to set up her computer, set up OBS, do a test, or just to make sure. I'm going to use my camera. I don't want to use her piece of shit camera on her laptop because that thing fucking blows dick. I think every laptop camera blows dick. Excuse me. Mine's a 720p. It's not 1080, but it was cheap. I got it for like $23, and it works great. So I'll use that. And we'll see how it goes. I can't promise it's going to be great. I can't promise it's going to be awesome, but, I want to be able to provide entertainment for my fans out there. People, either my fans of YouTube or my patrons and all of them. I want to make sure everyone gets their fill of my stupid ass. I mean, as you can tell, I have no self-esteem whatsoever. I don't give a shit about me. So yeah, too long, didn't watch. If you're at the end of the video, I'm going to try to stream tomorrow. I mean, there's most likely going to be one anyway, regardless if I go over there or not. And then hopefully I'll get that computer from him, and I can run the machine to do Let's Plays and keep the content rolling. Now, bear in mind, though, in November, I'm going to take a break because there's some stuff going on with appointments and things with her. She may be getting her new leg. So that's really cool. And I need to see if we can find out a budget. Now, the good thing about this motherboard, if I get another one of the same board, it's anywhere from $20 to near $100. I can probably get that this next month on November. And then maybe, given none of my other components are damaged, and then maybe in December I can find a way to get me the money to get me a power supply. I need at least, or I would be comfortable at least with a 700 watt, because that's the one I had before that one finally just died. I mean, that one don't even give you an indication. It won't click or nothing. It's completely dead. I had that thing for 6 years though, and it worked great for those 6 years. And this one I only had for a few months. It's not even a year old, and it's already dead. Like I said, it could be the motherboard. There could be a short or some kind of power surge. I don't know. I mean, I live in a very bad powered living facility. Let's put it that way. I think that's a better way to put it. I don't know how to fix that, but there really isn't. Anyways, this video is going on for longer than I intended. I got 20 minutes. Usually I try to go for a half hour just to, let everything out. So what have I been doing other than trying to fix this shit or trying to find a way to get this shit to somewhat of a working order? I've been taking care of her, the missus, and I've been playing some of the stuff I have here, and I'm just like in an anxious state and an angered state because I don't like to let fans down. I don't like to let people down. I know my content is not like the best quality or the best whatever, but I try to include everybody and everyone have a good time. But we're at a little bit of a standstill. We're in a little bit of a snag. I just hope I can find out what exactly is wrong with my baby, because while I appreciate my friend's help, I mean, I have an octacorn here. I think it's AMD FX 8370, I believe, and it's worked great for years. I got that brand spanking new with the Wraith cooler and everything. And I just recently cleaned out my machine. I got rid of all the dust bunnies. Even my buddy, when we opened my machine, he's like, "Wow, your machine's immaculate compared to the other boy, Michelle's friend, or my friend." He's like, "Your shit's pristine." I'm like, "No shit, Sherlock. I clean it every 3 months. I spray it out. I got an air compressor, spray out the components, clean the fans with Q-tip and rubbing alcohol, and let it dry, of course. And then after everything's dried and ready to go, put it back up, put everything back in together, and turn it on, and got some cooler temperatures and things working just as normal as always." But yeah, I don't understand what went wrong with this thing. I mean, you can give off your input. I'd appreciate that. I mean, no one ever writes me on these kind of videos, but I mean, there's a couple of you who do, but I always ask for help or whatever, and no one responds. I'm not expecting a response ever, but it's there. If there's anything else you can think of that I didn't mention, or if there's, I mean, like I said, I'll tell you what I did, and then I'll cut the video. I checked power supplies. Well, I still need to check this one on the other machine. So I didn't do that yet, but I'm going to just to rule out that power supply's faulty. I tried the 650 in there, and like I said, everything fires up except for the post. It won't go. I don't know if there's enough voltage for the post. I mean, on a 700 it was fine, but on a 650 I don't know, because the video card requires. I mean, I don't know about the processor, but I know the video card requires at least 500 to 550. So that's where most of that goes, I think. See, I got 3 hard drives, and those usually work just fine. They worked fine on the 700, so yeah, there's that. Well, 4 if you consider my Seagate expansion drive. I don't know why those drives have a bad reputation. Mine works just fine, and it hasn't shown any kind of sign of dying or fucking off, so that's good. Let's see, I took out all my RAM sticks, and I would turn it on with just one RAM stick. And like I said, oh, and here's something else, too, I didn't mention. This case, this Rosewill Champion or whatever the fuck it's called, doesn't have a PC speaker input. So there's no way I could hook up a speaker to get the speaker codes to look up what the fuck is wrong with this fucking board. I was pissed. I was like, okay, I mean, everyone's telling me about speaker codes. I'm like, I've wondered that because my PC never beeps. There's no fucking speaker. That's fucking ridiculous. I mean, I could probably find a way to add. No, I can't solder for shit. I'm not going to even attempt that. Nope. I don't want to break anything if it's not far gone completely. But like I said, power supply, fans, all the fans spin, including the video card. The board gets power, but it doesn't seem to function. Like I said, if I were to have my mouse and keyboard plugged in, those their lights would show. At least the mouse would, because the mouse has it's like a. Let's see if I can grab it here to show y'all. Alright, I don't know if you can see it because the lighting on this camera is bullshit. But this is my mouse. If you can see, there's there's like a ghoul on it and whatever. It flashes. And like different colors and shit because it's cool like that. That goes off. Like anything that's plugged in that uses power, even my USB drive, it will turn on. Like the light will come on, I'll hear it whirl up, but nothing else seems to work. Nothing. So I'm confused. Like I said, I don't know if the hard drives didn't seem bad because I just defragged them recently. I know you don't have to do that anymore; it's not necessary, but I prefer to do that because I notice a little bit of a speed increase in my drives when I defrag them. And I also have a disk health checker, and they were shown as perfect, at least on that. So some freeware one that I picked up that is recommended from, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I apologize for that, but yeah, there's that, and I check the drives every so often. It's good, so I don't think it's the hard drives, but I've been wrong before. The DVD drive does flash when it's turned on completely, or when I turned it on with that uh, power supply. It did flash and open and close and all that. But like I said, nothing appears on the screen. I tried different HDMI cables because I have two. I have a gold-plated one. I used the Nintendo Switch one because I couldn't find the Xbox one. Then I found the Xbox one and tried that just to be sure, just to put that out. I tried the onboard video. I tried my video card. I tried a different video card. I got one up there. It's a 2 gig I used. Tried that. My buddy, when I went over there the other night, gave me two 8 gig DDR3 sticks. Put those in there. Yeah, it didn't do shit. I don't know what else to do. you know, like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not a tech wizard. I just don't know what's going on with this machine. I mean, like I said, my hypothesis is it's either both the motherboard and the power supply, or it's it's the power supply. I mean, I honestly I think the motherboard is toast. It gets power, but the functionality of it's gone. Something's shorted out, and I'm not an expert at fixing that, or nor do I have the money to take it somewhere. I wish you had free consultations and estimations like you did with VCRs back in the day, because I would actually consider getting it looked at. I don't trust Geek Squad because those guys are a bunch of wackaloons. They just know the basic line of tech. And I'm not gonna make myself sound like some sort of god or anything, but I'm better than that. I mean, a lot of the time because I've seen a couple videos on YouTube of Geek Squad, and I already they would tell the problem, and I would be like, oh, it needs a new power supply, or oh, the RAM's bad. So, I don't know, man. I'm just so frustrated. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be yapping and yapping and yapping. It's just fuck me, dude. When you're a nerd and you don't have your digital wife, it feels like a piece of you is missing. I mean, yeah, I got a couple Android devices I can use to pass the time and all that, but then again, I got a channel that I like to run. I like to give streams. I like to drink, and I like to hang out with my buddies that are on there. I also like to make Let's Plays and that for people who can't attend streams because I tend to stream longer than most people. I don't know. I have fun, and I'm one of those people that once I'm having fun, I don't want it to stop, if that makes sense. But, okay, we're at the 23 mark, and this card only has 4902, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this and get it uploaded on this channel. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below, of course. Like I said, hopefully I'll get that replacement to hold me over for a while. Hopefully we can figure something out with that. And in the meantime, I'll try to come up with the money some way, somehow, somewhere to get the parts I need. Because I want my machine back. I miss her so much. I mean, once you're without a machine, a lot of people take it for granted, You just, when something is gone, though, or doesn't work anymore, or whatever, then you realize just how bad it is to not do what you normally do on a daily basis. I mean, I usually get up, get me a water, sit down, check my Facebook, check YouTube, see what's going on there. Sometimes go to Reddit and laugh at some dickheads and just wake up, and then I start my day from there. It's pretty much how it works. And of course, then I get her what she needs. Like, sometimes she needs breakfast, sometimes she needs this and that and the other thing. But Alright, guys. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Take good care of yourselves. Keep loving, keep gaming, and keep it retro. And hopefully, if everything goes right, I'll see you tomorrow. But till then, take care.